So we went to the Cubs game today, although they would call it the Mariners game out here.
And they won 11-0, one hitter.
11-0, one hitter. But we wanted to tell you the story about after the game. We're walking back, and we see the
a guy wearing a Bears jersey. So he came up to us like, "Oh, where are you from?" I said, 45 minutes from the city, whatever. And yeah, he's like, "Oh, I manage a bar," and he was with his girl, and he's like, "Oh, we manage a bar," and
I think it was his girl. It might have just been
someone random.
It might have been his accomplice.
Yeah, we all got the vibe though that they were gonna put shit in our drinks. They started asking.
Well, hold on. Let's get to that point. So we're like walking, and they're like, and like within like minutes of meeting them. She like, I'm Krista, what's your name? And I'm like, Mike.
And I do this, and where are you guys staying? And yeah, it was just like she knew us for 20 years.
Yeah.
Much, you know what I mean?
And Anthony, do you want to be in the video? Do you, well, why don't we just make him like, because he's very uncomfortable being on video, so why don't I just go like that so you can't see him? So they ask, and then she's like telling me how she runs a sushi place, and she invites me, "Oh, you can come to my place, it's the best, and you could drop my name and blah blah blah." And he tells us he's gonna go to a bar. Yeah. He runs a bar, and then
the way he would, I mean, not to sound like an ass or anything, but the way he was dressed in the place we walked into, it just didn't match.
It didn't match.
And he was very, going back to the shots, he really wanted us to have shots, and that kind of like alarms started going off, like they're going to put something in our drink. And as soon as the girl found out that you didn't drink, she was like, "Oh, she just got very..." She
like disappeared. She was like an entity. She was like, "Oh, so what do you, well, first off, they also asked us where we were staying.
Yeah.
Like with them, it's not like, I mean, like within like minutes. And so Anthony tells them that we were staying under a bridge.
Yeah, I said I didn't know. I couldn't remember the name.
He said he couldn't remember the name. So, and then we're like in this bar, and I've gotten this. I'm like, I hope. I heard them ask. I heard, "Where are you guys staying?" I'm thinking to myself, I hope that they're not telling them where we're staying. Because I'm like, this is fucking like, I have this image of like me being like, well, like them like drugging us and the guy raping us. Like, and I don't even know if I would have minded that so much. He was a snowboarder, and
hey,
I was
rape is rape, though, bro. I mean,
I really don't have a response for that.
Yeah,
but so like we get to the bar, and they're like, "You guys want to?" And I was like, honestly, I don't drink, and like. As soon as...
What did you think about that situation, Anthony? All right. So what did you think? What's your opinion on the
rape story?
I was the one that was smart and figured it out.
You were the one that... I figured it out. I'm the one that said, when she said, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, I don't drink. I quit drinking. And as soon as I said that, gone.
Yeah.
Like I turned to my left before I finished the sentence, she was gone. On to the next person, and we're like, and Phil was like, "You guys want to split?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." But that's not the end of the story. They followed us. Actually, not just followed us, they hopped in the same Uber as us, which was really fucking weird because they hopped in the same Uber. Yeah, they hopped in the same Uber as us, and they rode with us back to the fucking fake hotel that we gave the Uber driver. Yeah. And
we had to hop on another Uber because we had to ditch them.
That's right. Yeah. And it became a high stakes game of cat. None of that's true. Much of that story is not true. All right, so the story is true from the standpoint that we got approached by these fucking people, and all three of us, me, Phil, and Anthony, all all thought that we all had the same vibe, that we were gonna get that we were gonna get drugged and robbed. And why would they ask where we were fucking staying?
Yeah.
So
Too much.
that was too much. So that's that. And now we're back at the hotel charging our phones, and then we're gonna head out for the night. So later.